Give those documents here. Steady diligence paves the way to grand vision. During my cultivation retreat, I would grade 99 assignments for the 天师 every day. 慢着. Where do you think you are going? Are you planning to dump your work on me to loaf about like the rest of them? Very well. Ignorance of consequence is bliss. The case is closed. I can only hope Leizi is no longer shackled by her past, though it's hard not to worry for someone with her temperament. Never mind. I'm simply visiting this time around. She won't be back for another 2 weeks? Staying a few more days will do me no harm. If there is anything I can help with, just say the word. I must stress that Leifa is neither for quick charging batteries nor invoking rain and storm. This 天师 garb attracts many curious questions, and I'm compelled to answer them all. Repairing a burned circuit? Give it here. This has nothing to do with Leifa either. I simply have a lot of practical experience in this field. 佐乐 has been taking on more important duties as a sui regulator, but he still possesses the heart of a youth. He may seem a cautious young man, but he lets emotions get the better of him at crucial moments. How is one not meant to worry? Why are you looking at me like that? I promised my sworn sister I would look after him, so naturally I'm concerned for him. Seriously, why are you looking at me like that? During my studies at the 天师 bureaus, I would never dare to neglect my Leifa drills or memorization of the law. But work at the Judicial Review Office requires human interaction. I was at a loss, but I came to realize something at last. When all is said and done, what both roles seek is nothing more than the truth. I may have shed my mandarin's robe, but I do not dwell on it. As a former enforcer of the law, I'm well aware of its imperfections. There are times when swords are chipped and thunder falls silent. The law, Leifa, and the long sword are simply tools to punish evil and drive out wickedness. So long as the wielder is of resolute heart, there is nothing they cannot overcome. Of course, 天师 are ordinary people, not cultivators of immortality. The 天师 bureaus were placed atop a mountain's peak simply for solitude's sake, allowing students to focus on their studies. Inconvenient? The originium contraptions produced by the Chamber of Alchemy are perfectly sufficient to our daily needs. Besides, one can ride the 天师 wing to the 百兆 market and back in the span of a single joystick. There's nothing inconvenient about it. You're worried. If life's challenges have left you with a weary heart, then follow me back to the 天师 bureaus to seclude your mind. Choose a research topic to your liking. Suffer the torment of fanciful and enthusiastic 天师 for a few years, and your heart shall be clear as crystal. To decline with such formality, are my jokes still too serious? I once saw a dastardly criminal who had been pronounced innocent, struck by a bolt from the blue on his way home. Not far off, there was my little uncle who had no business there. I had hoped to question him, but in the end, I hid it away in my heart. Why am I telling you? 不是在交换秘密吗? Do not push yourself. As a leader, you should recuperate when appropriate. A well-rested mind is an agile, observant mind. You can't finish your work? You want my help? 岂有此理! 拿来吧. I'm here to terminate my investigation authorization with your company. And here is my new application for... Thank goodness! I'm applying as an ordinary visitor, merely here to talk. I, Leizi of Great Yan's 天师 bureaus, do beg your pardon for my continued presence. It is worth considering originium arts doctrine in a complex battlefield environment. I do not grant my trust lightly, but Rhode Island has proven itself a trustworthy organization. Do not disappoint me. Oh, I was talking over you? My apologies. Please, go ahead. When I first joined the Judicial Review Office, I strove to be the best in all things. I thought the higher I stood, the more I could do. And yet, it was the same thought that made me leave. Do I regret it? No. Listen to the rumbling of the thunder. Where can its mighty roar not be heard? Where can its brilliant bolts not reach? When one learns from experience, the lessons never cease. Levin crack umbra, illuminate the path. With my blade, I decree. There is no cure for the shameless. I'm here. A fine decision. Practice without principle is the height of folly. Amidst lightning flash, thunder swords shall clash. 5 thunders, smite the wicked. Puh! With twine blade shall evil be excised. With righteous falchion strike shall demons die. Tremble, villains, quick ye ghouls, for thunder roars and heaven shakes. There is no flight from heaven's bolts. You should maintain such a high standard in future battles. You are the one who sets the standard, of course, but that does not mean you can be complacent. You have improved. Less admonition next time? That would be complacency. I rescind my earlier praise. What you need is time to clear your mind. As one of Rhode Island's leaders, you must not make the same mistake twice. Remember this. Stand and fight alongside me. I know you are not so easily defeated. My idle days must be spent on thorough study. If there are any further explosions outside my door. There won't be? Very well. I trust you. 心静则神清. I shall not bicker with you. It's only a handshake. No need to be so cautious. I haven't shocked anybody in years. Static does not count. Arknights. According to the schedule, you should not be resting here right now, Doctor. Fresh atmosphere brought by spring squalls. Many wills make new walls. Does this call for a little more passion? I'll clench a fist at the end. All right, from the top. What do you mean there's no need? Since Rhode Island invited me to participate in the New Year's performance, I shall give my full effort. I must admit, I had many reservations about Rhode Island due to your connection with that particular case. But now, when I join you on missions, it is not for observation's sake. To aid the weak and demand justice are not such different goals. May our collaboration continue on. Congratulations on the anniversary of your birth. I, Leizi of the Tianshi Bureaus, offer you this device. With absolute certitude, you shall put it to good use. You need only press the button. Don't point it at yourself. Are you alright? Wake up! I was about to say you should press it when you're in danger, at which point the lightning I stored in it would be released.
Were you looking for these papers, Doctor? And here is a pen. You may also dictate to me if you're tired. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I spook you? I see. You're not yet used to having me around. Rest assured, I'm always by your desk, and you need only speak what you need. I understand that everyone is curious about the Grandmaster's life, but I was only his record keeper, not his aide. Even when he was busy, he never asked me to help him with everyday tasks. Indeed, he kept reminding me to take my medicine on time. When I share this with others, they look simultaneously interested and disappointed. Good morning, Doctor. You're up early. Me? One develops certain habits after spending a decade with the army. I feel strange if I fail to take my daily trip to the training room. These records, you say? Please, rest assured, they are a matter of personal interest. Or shall I say, learning. I won't share them. When traveling with the Grand Master, we would often encounter challenges. Sometimes he instructs me to engage them first. I can only speak plainly, asking whether they would concede if I could indicate their vulnerabilities. Most readily agree. And so, I've somehow claimed a slate of victories to my name, without throwing a single punch. Zhuo and I have always been somewhat frightened of Choubai, even though she never puts on airs. People say she was lucky to have a great master, but it is the path she walked on her own that was the true cultivation. Now that I've left the nest myself, I think of her whenever there is doubt in my heart. Is there any meaning to one who is unable to practice martial arts, pouring his entire heart and soul into martial studies? Or is there any meaning to martial arts at all, you ask? Life is like drifting pondweeds. One can find true anchorage only by deeply nurturing something. Why do I care? I suppose it's because I found an anchor that is precious. Zola was not always as he is. When we were little and my poor health shut me away in my boring room, he tried to take me outside. He could leap over Yumen's walls on the way out with his qinggong, but could not get back in. After we got scolded together, he slipped me some buckthorn fruits from his pocket. They were green and very sour. The Grand Master had many students. He took them in from all walks of life, teaching what he knew to anyone who had learned the martial arts. Sometimes, I wonder if I might have become his greatest student, were it not for my poor health. Keep this between you and I, won't you? Want to hear a story from the Jianghu? There was a generous and altruistic family that fell victim to villainy. The only survivor was a boy, saved by a wandering hero. The hero asked the boy whether he wanted revenge, but the boy said all he wanted was to prevent such tragedies from ever happening again. Just a story, of course. Oh, am I bothering you? This is a breathing exercise that the Grand Master taught me, which concentrates your qi to strengthen the body. I perform it whenever I have free time. I'll try to be quiet and avoid disturbing you. I am Yun Qingping, here to assist with the Sui regulator's work. I'm not a candle holder, merely accompanying Zhuo to broaden my horizons. Wherever I might be of assistance, I shall certainly do my utmost. Advance or retreat, offense or defense, there exists a rhythm of ebb and flow, much like with Kung Fu. A promotion? I never thought of such things when I served as record keeper. Same goes for my predecessors, who usually stayed in the role for their entire careers. The greatest reward is for our records to help refine the martial arts skills of our soldiers. The Grand Master often says that the most precious relationships are the ones built on the brink of life and death. I suppose that makes us the best of friends. When to perceive with the eyes, when to see with the mind's eye. Observations of live combat are invaluable. I'll do my best. Is violence the only option? Rest assured, their fear is as easy to read as their moves. This report is ready for your comment. I only record. It is not my place to give suggestions. We've reached the observation point. So this is what the soldiers see. That which is overly hard becomes brittle. Stay still. I have medicine. Impressive. You are like the cloud beast darting from tree to tree, disturbing neither branch nor leaf. Amazing. You are like the evergreen pine by the bottomless lake, eternally steadfast against the storm. Thought precedes form. Do not let yourself be bound to specific moves. With enough patience, even dripping water can bore through a rock. With subtle strength, a minute force can shred steel. You have reached a new level of understanding in the art of war, Doctor. To derive trend from trivia, to foresee consequence from causation. Ah, no wonder the Grand Master asked me to study your methods. You see the forest rather than just the trees. I have much to learn from you. There is no such thing as a move that cannot be countered. Perhaps we could review the battle, for the possibility of victory must lie within. Allow me to pay respect to the Grand Master first. Repeating the same move dooms one to predictability, Doctor. Of course, it would suffice against me. The war drums are quiet. There is only the sound of the wind. The wormwood upon the sand is green again. Arknights. Forgive me, Doctor. Just can't shake the habit of writing as I walk. I looked forward to those few days of celebration during my Umen days, too. The people would bring wine and food to camp for the soldiers, and everyone partook in competitions of kung fu and drinking. It's a time to, shall we say, let our hair down. Whatever you plan on doing today, I won't tell Amiya. Casimirsian night sports, Lytanian originium arts. I've seen many new things here at Rhodes Island. I hope you'll bear with me and provide your kind instruction going forward. Ravioli? They're like Syracusan dumplings? Well, that sounds a bit... You say the Grand Master likes them. I suppose I should try some then. My first taste of alcohol was on a birthday. I just couldn't turn the soldiers down. I knew they were worried that I would be lonely, with no family to join in celebration. We all got a good talking to from the Grand Master afterwards. In any case, nothing warms the heart like good spirits, and I just happen to have some Umen Leodalza here. Would you like a quaff?